7 Arts Theatre when we have a fantastic stand-up comedy show. It's one night only, so if you miss it, sorry for you. So you need to attend this fantastic night, and headlining this show will be Alfred Kainga, our very own Zimbabwean comedian making waves in the United States, and he's back performing along with some local comedians as well. So Alfred's in the studio. This conversation is live, and you can see him if you go on our Facebook. That's at Capitalk FM as we have this conversation and find out what we can expect at this show that will be happening on Friday night at 7 p.m. at the 7 Arts Studio. Alfred, good morning, and thank you for joining us today on Startup Capital.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So, when I knew that I was going to be speaking to you this morning, something popped to my mind, and I want you to answer this first before we even go into introducing yourself. Do you think comedians are just funnier than other people in general, or is it just because you've been given a platform, or you've made a platform for yourself to do comedy?
I think we're just regular people who chose to take our funny to the next level.
I see.
That's all that
I mean,
is.
get paid.
Get paid for it. That's right. You said it.
Okay. So tell us about yourself. Did you always know that you were going to do comedy?
I didn't always know I was going to do comedy, but I knew I was funny.
Right.
Yes. At an early age, I was always making people laugh, the family. Then it went to school, and so I was just like the school clown. But when I went to the States and I found out that, hey, you can actually make a living out of this, I said, wait a minute, I was getting caned in high school for the same jokes. You mean to tell me you're about to pay me for that? I ran with it.
Okay, so you're the class clown. Where did you go to school?
I went to high school at Prince Edward.
Okay, so you're at Prince Edward School.
Yes.
You got a bunch of guys around you. Was that kind of your first stage? Did you feel like you were performing, or was it just flowing out of you?
Without a doubt. I felt like I was performing, whether it was through song or through just being silly on assembly. And that's where the love of the arts, of making people laugh, developed.
Sure.
Absolutely. And, there was a big arts department at our high school. So I jumped into it. I was into music and drama. And so it just developed from there.
Yeah. So you say at some point when you were in the United States doing something totally different, I'm assuming, you thought, okay, I can make money doing this. And you were in Dallas, in Texas, one of the toughest places for anyone to try and jump into comedy. How was that for you, deciding to do that and then competing with some of the biggest names?
It took me about 3 years before I jumped on stage. I got to tell you, I got to be honest, because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to humiliate myself. Sure. I'm a guy coming out of Africa, and I'm going to the States, and there's already thousands of competition there, and so I needed to learn the culture first. I needed to learn how they talk, what makes them laugh, what's funny to them, is it the same that's funny to me, and I came to find out it's the same stuff. It's just different environment, different languages, but the jokes and the humor is the same. So once I jumped on stage, I was like, yeah, man, I'm hooked. Let me do this.
So tell us some of the stages that you've performed, and I know you've got an amazing CV when it comes to comedy. Tell us about some of the stages that you've been on and who you've performed with, people that our listeners will know.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just concluded a 10-country tour. This is the last stop here at home.
You saved the best for last.
I sure did. I sure did. So I was like, let's go home and do it for the Zim people, do it for my people. This is my second time coming home to perform. So I've been to Nigeria, and I performed with Basketmouth. Basketmouth just actually won the Pan-African Comedian of the Year.
He's amazing.
So he's big. He is our big African superstar. And of course, in America, I've worked with Bill Bellamy, Eddie Griffin, Mark Curry, who's hanging with Mr. Cooper, and my mentor Capone. So I've worked with a lot of talented, entertainers out there.
So big stages. What I want to know from you is that one show where you got up on stage and you tanked, and you know that I am dying. I'm on stage. This is not working. And how do you get yourself out of that situation?
So the one time that it happened, I had just started comedy. This was in 2005. And mind you, I'm thinking I'm a funny guy. I'm a superstar. I should be flying in a jet by now. But I just started. So they put me in a country bar in Dallas, Texas, to perform in between a country band. So the band plays, and then they go on a 20-minute recess. And I got on that stage, and boy, let me tell you, those cowboys were not listening to what I had to say. And every joke seemed like I was just drowning. It was so bad, the manager came to the side of the stage and said, "Hey, I'm going to turn your microphone off. He shut me off while I was on stage. I went into the parking lot and said, man, I need to go back home. This is terrible.
Yeah.
But from there, I just knew, hey, you just got to keep on. Don't quit if you believe in yourself, believe in your funny. And then I moved on. So that was the one worst show that I've ever done.
And it's just one. You're lucky. You're lucky.
Oh, yeah.
So you're at the end of your huge tour that you've been doing all over the world. You're here in Zimbabwe. You've got a show happening here in Harare on Friday.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about it.
Gosh, so this is my second year coming home, you know, and this is something that I decided I'm going to do every year. I want to make sure that I come home to give comedy relief. You know, there's a lot of comedy going on. There's a lot of stuff happening. And
a lot of material.
A lot of material. So why not be able to do it at home if I'm able to do it internationally everywhere else? So this last year we did the show and it was at a smaller venue. So and it got packed and a lot of people came. Some were turned away. So this year we decided, let's go to a bigger venue. You know, let's do it bigger. Go big or go home. So we went to 7 Arts and that's where we're going to do the show this Friday. And I also chose to have 3 stand-up comics who are based here locally. Now, one of them, he worked with me last year. His name is Tinai. He was very brilliant, so we thought, let's bring him back. Then we also have the comic pastor. He's going to be the host.
Okay.
Now, he's a funny brother. He does a lot of skits online, and everybody loves him. And then we also have Doc Vikela, and I've always wanted to work with that guy for a while now, so this is the opportunity.
Right.
So that's what we're doing this weekend.
How important is it to come together on a stage with local comedians? Because often when someone is coming from the States, it's all about them and we focus on them. But you're saying it was good for you to be on stage with locals as well. Why was that important for you?
Absolutely, because I just want to showcase that it's not just one person out of 13, 14 million who can do it. You know, there's guys who are here, who are on the ground, who are really creating great material. And I want to share the stage with them so that, you know, my viewers can get to see them as well. And their viewers can get to see me as well. You know what I mean? So we're sharing the stage together to expose each other out there. Because I was given the same opportunity, so I'm reaching back and giving that same opportunity to them as well. You
mentioned there an opportunity, someone giving you an opportunity. Can someone be taught how to be funny?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be taught to be funny, but you can be taught to structure your jokes.
Okay.
So you gotta have natural talent already. Then now you have to learn how to write the joke, how to put it in the premise and the punchlines and put it all together. Your timing and all that stuff you learn as you go. But I can't teach you to be funny. You have to be a funny person already. I heard you are pretty funny.
I try.
Yeah?
I try. I don't know whether I'll be able to do it on stage. But
we might let you come and do maybe 3 minutes.
Oh no, I would so tank. I would so tank. So this show is happening this Friday, the 21st of December at the 7 Arts Theatre in Avondale. It starts at 7 p.m. And what is the investment for someone who wants to invest in some good laughs? Tell us about that.
I like the way you say that. 30 bonds.
Right?
There.
And you have to be clear that it's bonds.
Yeah. 30 bonds. So we're charging yekumusha.
Okay.
So it's 30 bonds for the regular seating, and then the VIP is only 50 bonds. And, you know, they can get the tickets online if they want to. They can go to clickandpay.africa. That's www.clickandpay.africa. Or if they don't like doing the online stuff, they can go to the 2 Chicken Hut outlets. We have one at Joyner City and one in Avondale.
Yeah.
And
so you can get those tickets at Chicken Hut, Joyner City, Avondale, as well as Remo's Hair.
Yes.
That's in town on George Silundika, as well as Sam Levy's Village.
That's correct.
And this show is brought to you by Star FM and ZTN as well, who are part of our family, which is why you're here telling us a little bit about comedy. So I love comedy. I watch comedy a lot. I've seen some of your stuff. And I always wonder, if you're a comedian, when someone says to you, tell me a joke, is that pressure?
It's not pressure, because I always ask what they do for a living. And if they're a doctor, then I'm like, would you do me an examination right now as well? I mean, I'm not at work.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So
okay, well, you've kind of killed where I was going to segue. Because I was going to say, tell me a joke.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, tell our viewers a joke, because people are watching you on Facebook right now.
Okay,
so tell us a joke, and I'm not. Let me say this. I'm not going to fake laugh if it's not fun.
Okay.
So you need to bring it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
She is going to put pressure on me.
Okay, so let's hear it. Bring the joke.
Okay. So this one is a little bit of an edgy joke. It's not going to be bad.
Ooh, okay.
Asian lady gets pulled over by the police, Chinese lady, right, for making an illegal U-turn in front of the sign. Officer walks up to the lady and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, but why did you turn right in front of that no U-turn sign? Didn't you see the sign in front of you?" Asian lady didn't even miss a beat. Looked at the officer and said, "Oh, I see sign, I see sign. Sign talk to me. Sign say, no, you turn."
Okay, I get. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Come on, people, that's genius right there.
That's pretty. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as that.
Oh
Alfred,
my gosh,
but
that's hilarious.
That's pretty good. So
they are dying online right now.
So is this the sort of stuff we're going to be hearing? Will there be a lot of local humor as well?
A lot of local humor. This right here is just something that I throw on the air. No, you're not gonna hear this on stage.
Okay.
Yeah, you asked for a joke, so this
no,
is like
you did it.
Quick freestyle.
You did it. You did it. You did it. So in terms of what you're looking forward to do in the future, what's the big plan for you? Are you wanting to fill out stadiums? Are you wanting to have your own Netflix special? What's in the future for you?
All of the above.
Yeah.
All of the above, and also getting into television and film. So this year I also filmed my first feature film back in the US, and it's called The Disconnection Notice. It's going to be coming out on Netflix next year.
Wow.
So it's working. It's all about giving the people the content, because I'm believing that, hey, I can, just because I'm from Zimbabwe doesn't mean that I can't compete with the best of the best in the world.
Sure.
So that's what I'm just trying to do.
Yeah.
And so I'm definitely going to be filling up the stadiums. We all for that.
There you go.
As long as the people come to this one first, then we can talk about the stadiums.
Okay, so we need to fill up 7 Arts first, and then we can do stadiums and all of that other stuff.
Saka, we are please Napota.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So it's that stand-up comedy One Night Only with Alfred Kainga, hosted by the comic pastor, with a guest appearance by Doc Fikela as well as Tina. It'll be happening this Friday. And this is the thing, isn't it nice to just usher in the festive season with laughing? Like, just laugh.
There you go.
Laugh your way into Christmas.
Laugh your way. Laugh your problems away. Forget the fuel issues. Forget the bond rate exchange. If you ain't got gas, park your car, run to the venue. We're going to have a good time. Ride a bicycle. Do something. Get there.
Right.
Because laughter is going to be the best medicine.
I hear you.
Yes.
I hear you. So it's $30 for you if you just want to be in the normal places. VIP is $50 at the 7 Arts Theatre. Show brought to you by Star FM as well as ZTN. Get your tickets online as well as the Chicken Hut, Joiner City and Avondale, as well as Remo's Hair in George Lundika and at Sam Levy's Village.
Correct.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Alfred.
Thank you for waking me up so early.
This is what you need.
I know.
You've got a show. You need to practice those jokes.
But I need breakfast, a cup of tea, coffee or something now.
Don't you worry. You can do that now. There are some really good places where you can still pay bond.
Okay.
You can still pay bond in some of those places. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Absolutely.
And we wish you a fantastic show and wish you all the best for the future as well.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
All right.
Continue listening to Startup Capital. Harare's Wake Up Call. Shortly we'll be going into today's Startup Classic. If you've got a classic that you would like to hear, send us a message on 0717 777 777.
The Startup Capital Classic on Capitalk.